Hi and welcome back. Today we're playing with the Junk Trunk kit from Jessica over at I'm a Cool Mom. I'm on her design team for that, and if you saw my previous video, it was an unboxing. It is the kit for junk journalers and crafters, and in her very first debut kit, it is everything you need to make a bare bones basic journal. And so I'm going to take a few of my junk journaling skills and put them with her amazing curated pieces and we're going to take about four parts to make this over the next week or two. And so today we're going to start on the cover and on the pages. And so what she provided for the cover was this manila envelope, and my idea is to cover it in the muslin she sent. She sent a piece of muslin. I still have it in here so I don't lose anything, so pardon me while I dig. And then also we are going to grab some of these papers that she included, and I'm going to show you one of the ways that I coffee dye. And then I'm going to let them dry naturally off screen, and we'll come back to that in the next video when they're already dry. So the piece of muslin is right here. And I'm going to try coffee dyeing this. So I have some coffee left over from this morning's coffee. And all I'm going to do is roughly kind of dunk it in here. And just, I don't know what I'm doing. It's an experiment, people. I'm kind of like scrunching it up and all of that fun stuff. And this is just a tray from an old broken organizing cabinet, but it fits papers perfectly, so I use it sometimes for drying coffee. So here's the muslin, and I don't think I'm going to lay it out straight because I kind of want variegation. Is that how you? And then I'm going to just pour a little bit more coffee on it in a few places to have a couple places maybe darker than others. I don't know. I don't know what's going to do, people. Okay, so I'm going to... Well, I don't know. I've never dyed this before. Never dyed like fabric with coffee. I'm liking the color. All right, I'm going to set this aside, and we will come back in the next video to see what it did. But while it is drying, we're going to work on the papers. So this is a coffee spray. This is an empty Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist spray, and all it has is coffee and a little bit of actually Wild Honey Distress ink because I was playing with that color. I'm just going to leave this extra coffee left over from the fabric in the bottom, and I'm going to pull some of these pages that she put in the kit. And this is not necessarily the most expedient way to coffee dye or the best way. It's a way. It's a way if you don't want to like do a ton or you don't want to fire up the oven. It's just something I've been playing with. I like the effect. So I'm going to leave the coffee here in the bottom and just set that down because that doesn't matter. That really ends up soaking a bunch of it, so I'm not going to worry about spraying that layer. But then I'm going to go ahead and put the next layer down. Oh, my boys looks like they're having issues. Okay, so then I just kind of spray all of that as much as I want, and you can kind of focus on a part. You know, I put more coffee here. Then we're going to grab the next page while that's still wet, put it right on. And I have a little die cut here. And as you can see, I've used it before. But I'm just going to kind of spray. And I'm going to pull this off. And maybe put the die cut in this corner. And spray. You can use a heat gun or stick it in the oven or something like that after this, but yeah, oops, I want to take that die cut out. What I love about like the graph paper is the blue lines tend to blur, and this is almost out of coffee, so let me add some more. Oop, okay, almost dropped my phone there. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. These are all pages included in my kit. I think each kit was a little bit different, so you may have gotten some of the same ones, you may not have, but you just spray. And it doesn't usually make it as saturated. I love the way ledger paper picks up coffee. It's like it was made for it. And what's really awesome about it, dyeing paper this way is, just Just kind of swishing some of that coffee around. You just stack it all up and come back later, and a lot of that transfer comes through. And we'll see that on the next video. Those blue lines starting to, love it. All right, so I know this is taking a little while, guys. So while we're working on this, I'll tell you kind of my plan here. So in this video, we're working on the cover and the papers. And we're also going to pull out the other papers and fold them. And I don't know, I'm just talking as I go here. Do I want to add other pages from my stash or not? I don't know. Another thing you can do here is just kind of splosh some coffee on, and that will just kind of leave coffee splotches. It just adds effects. And I'm really going for a grungy vintage look. Okay, so I think that's all the pages that I want to dye. This is going to get set aside to show you how it comes out in the next video. So that will probably not be till next week, since to this weekend I don't know how much time I will have, but we shall see. So this is getting set aside, and then I'm going to talk about the plan. All right, so here's the plan. For me, I'm going to take that coffee dyed muslin and cover the front here with that. So that's going to be, well, that way, I guess. That's going to be the front. The little mini one here, if there's enough muslin left, which I don't think there will be, I'll cover it. If not, I'll cover it in something coordinating. And I'm going to make a little mini journal. And that mini journal is going to go inside. Here, I'm going to go ahead and fold it. Right there. And this mini journal is going to go right in there, and it fits perfectly. So you're going to have a little journal within the bigger journal, and we're going to be able to, I don't know, you could, if this is kind of your bullet journal, planner journal, household journal, you could have something in here that you either put in your purse so that you don't have to bring the big one with you, or you could just have special things that you write in this one like so. So that. Now let's pull out the rest of the pages, since this one is about pages, cover and pages. All right, I think that's all the other pages. So she sent this beautiful Edith Holden page, so that's going to fit right in there. There's nothing else we have to do to it. It's beautiful. So we got that folded. This is Echinacea, Encyclopedia of Herbs. So we're going to fold that, and that will be another page. This one, Coltsfoot. It's also from the same book, so that's going to be put in there as well. This one, I'm not going to fold it in half. This is going to be part of a page. I want to leave that whole. This one she already folded for me, so that one can go in there as well. These pages I think I'm just going to use for decorating. They're not actually going to go in there. And then the music paper, we'll have to cut that down a little bit. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages there. And then the ones we did, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh yeah, there's plenty of pages for a journal here without adding anything. So that will be perfect. She sent enough for a small journal. My boys are crazy and having some issues. They need their mama. So I'm going to go. In the next video, I will show you how our coffee dyeing technique came out, and we will work on the signature and the binding.